So who goes to hell? Who decides? And what is it really like there? These are questions that have come up recently, and so I posed them to my angels and guides to get some insights. And what they had to say was interesting, to say the least. So, hi, my name is Joanne Moore, and I'm from Expanding Joy Intuition. If you're new, welcome to my channel, and this is Angelic Love Note number 19. So I'm going to actually just read what they wrote so we get exactly the essence of what they were saying. But the angel, my guides had really interesting things to say about this. So, who goes to hell? I realize that this may be a little triggering and definitely going against some belief systems, but this is what came up for me in this chaotic times, so I wanted to put it forth. So in order to understand hell, we want to remind you of a couple of things. One, in the spirit realm, the highest vibration, there is only love, unconditional love, for it is love only that is real. Number two reminder, every living being has free will. If they are choosing consciously or unconsciously is up to them. Very interesting. Number three, judgment is a human construct. There is no judgment in spirit. Now to hell. And they go on to say, this was originally a human construct, an idea to instill fear and a means to control large numbers of people. The idea of hell has grown, morphed, and multiplied over the ages. Is there a real hell? There is no place called hell here in this realm. And they're talking about what we would call the spirit realm or beyond the veil. There are, however, souls that continue to block the unconditional love when they die. There are no prison cells, no locked doors, no guards, and yet it is possible to keep oneself in a type of hell with the resistance to love. Why would someone do this? Perfectly good question. If they are so strongly attached to their life as a human and refuse to adapt to the new way of being. That was really interesting. It's like if you are really resisting dying and you want to stay as a human, this will keep you in the lower vibration and block the unconditional love that's coming towards you because you just refuse to adapt to the new way of being. That was interesting. And then they go on to say, guilt and the belief that they deserve hell will also keep them in resistance. So it's your own guilt, shame, and belief systems that keep you in the so-called hell. When you pass over, die, there is a period of transition. We use your earthly beliefs to help move you into this new energy. If you listen to people who have died and returned to earth, they each tell a unique story. Some meet Jesus, others meet their angels, others a loved one. Some will come upon Buddha under the tree or Allah. The commonality for most is the overwhelming sense of love. And I've listened to some NDEs and it's true. They all have slightly different stories, but they have a commonality of this wonderful, amazing feeling of love. Now, if you are a human who strongly believes, even if it is unconsciously, that you are an evil person deserving to land in hell, then it's possible. There is never, and in capital letters, never, a lack of love. And for those souls, the ones who are resisting, we take special care, working with their oversoul or your higher self and angels and guides to bring them slowly out of resistance. I can imagine that if you had this really strong belief system and then you're yanked into something else, it would be very difficult to kind of send you into shock, I would think. We help them process. We allow them to understand their soul contracts, the learning and experience their actions had for themselves and others. That I thought was interesting too, because and I've had before that, some people's soul contract is to come and be the bad guy in order for other people to gain experience, to grow, to have huge leaps in forward in their compassion or their consciousness. So I can understand how if you were a human and you did these horrible things, and yet underneath somewhere you believed that this was bad, then you could, imprison yourself, basically. There is always, always both positive and negative energy moving through your actions. That was interesting too. It's like there's always going to be, what they showed me at the time of the writing was that even if you do something good for somebody, it could ripple out to be negative for somebody else. You know what I mean? It's like, maybe you pulled somebody back from getting hit by the bus. But then the person on the bus who needed to learn a lesson didn't, or it was like there's always the ripple effect, but we don't always know if the ripple effect is all good going out, but they were saying that there's some of each. So there's a negative and a positive energy going out in every action we take. And that one, I'm going to have to ponder that one more too as well. We slowly bring them into a higher and broader perspective, showing that they are but one piece of a much bigger picture. The point is, they say, humans create and keep themselves in hell, whether it be when they die or when you live. The choice is always yours. We love you so much, Sam. So this was today's channeling. This is Angelic Love Note number 19. Thanks for watching. And if you found this interesting, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. And if you want to hear more Angelic Love Notes, head on over and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Thanks, you guys, and have an absolutely fantastic day. Mwah.